Do you struggle to ask for what you want, have a hard time saying no to others and yes to yourself? I'll make the case why it is so important you learn to ask for what you want, address some of the common barriers to asking, and teach you to ask in a way that gives you the best chance to get what you're asking for. I believe that you create the life you have by the choices you make, the things you choose to do and the things you choose not to do. Sure, life comes along and throws some stuff your way that you didn't choose. We all understand that. But beyond that, for the most part, the life you have, you chose. I encourage you to make a choice to ask for what you want in life. You see, I'm concerned that you get out of life everything you deserve. And one of the consequences of not asking for what you want is that you will not get everything you deserve. When I talk about that in my assertiveness class, people typically give me their reasons that they struggle with asking for what they want. So what I'd like to do is share with you some of those reasons and then give you my responses to them. The first one people give me is, Craig, I fear conflict, and so I avoid it at all costs. It terrifies me. Here's a news flash for you. There's no way to avoid conflict. All you are doing is choosing the location of the conflict. You're either choosing to have a potential external conflict with another person when you ask for what you want, or if you don't ask, there will be a guaranteed internal conflict with yourself because you realize you should have asked and you didn't. And now you're disappointed in yourself and you've got this internal about, why can't I stand up for myself? So on one hand, it's a potential external or a guaranteed internal. So folks, there's no way you're going to avoid conflict. Number two, Craig, I've had some negative experiences with conflict in the past, so I'm a little gun shy now to go back there and start asking again. What I like to tell those people is, you were a different person then, and makes you a different person now, and educate yourself about how to ask. What are all the things in the ask that will have an effect on the consequences? Well, your body language, facial expression, eye contact, tone of voice, the way you deliver the message, there's a lot of things that you can learn so that now when you ask for what you want, what you're doing is very different than maybe what you did in the past. Please don't let past negative experiences keep you from having current positive experiences with asking for what you want. The third thing they tell me is, Craig, you know, I'm a people pleaser. I love taking care of people, and a lot of times I put other people's needs ahead of mine. I think that's admirable. I would love for everybody to do that a little bit. You can't do that exclusively. You'll run out of energy. At some point in time, you have got to take care of yourself. So the more concerned you are that you're taking care of other people, the more concerned you really need to be that every now and then you take a time out and say no to other people and yes to yourself to take care of yourself so you have enough energy to then go back and take care of them. You know, I like being able to use the analogy of flying, and when they're giving the safety instructions on a flight at the beginning, they'll always say, if we lose cabin pressure, a mask will fall from the overhead bin. And if you are taking care of somebody else, like a child, always do what? Put the mask on yourself first, because then you have enough oxygen to be able to take care of them. It's the same thing. So I think it's wonderful that you like taking care of other people. Every now and then, you need to stop and take care of yourself so you'll be able to have the energy to take care of other people. And the fourth reason that people tell me they really struggle with this is they say, Craig, asking kind of sounds weak to me. You know, I don't think I should have to ask. They should kind of know what I want. Well, to be honest with you, there's times when they don't know what you want. And I will agree with you. There are times where they know. But you know what? Sometimes they know what you want, but they're waiting for you to take care of yourself and ask for what you want. Now here's something that's really difficult for people to understand is sometimes we teach people how to treat us. And if you go around never asking for anything, by that behavior, what you're teaching other people is, I don't need anything from you. So then don't be surprised when they don't give it to you, even if they know you could use something. The problem going further with that is if you expect people to reciprocate maybe the help that you're giving them and they don't, you'll start resenting them. And so then let's look at that. I resent the fact that you don't help me, but I don't ask for it. And so be careful of that. Now, when we talk about how to go about asking, this is a very simple process. And it works this way. The easier it is for me to ask, the easier it is for somebody else to deny my request. Conversely, the harder I make it on myself to ask, the harder it is for them to turn me down. So, what's the easiest way for me to ask? Well, do something where I pick up my phone and I text them, or I write them an email, or I send them a letter. Really easy for me to do that, not threatening at all. That's the easiest way for them to deny a request. So I could choose to make it a little harder on myself, pick up a phone where I'm actually talking to them live, or I could also Skype or FaceTime with them. Harder for me to do, harder for them to deny my request. And hardest of all is face-to-face. That's going to be hardest for me to conjure up the courage and the wherewithal to face look them in the eye and ask for what I want. But that will be the hardest for them to deny my request or say no. Personally, I always make it hardest on myself simply because I want to make it hard on them. I want to increase my odds or my chances in getting what I want. Now, just to let you know how serious I am about this asking for what I want, I'm going to ask for something that I want right now. I want you to make it a little more tough on yourself, make it more difficult, push the limits, push the envelope, ask more of yourself, get out of your comfort zone, and ask for more of what you want. You may just find that that out of comfort zone approach that you use gets you more of what you want in life. That's my perspective. What's yours? Swing by our website, leave us a comment or a question. Check out other videos like this one. And if you like this one, please pass it on. Been a pleasure being with you. Till next time, see ya.